Hey, it's Honey Gregory, and guess what? I have a special treat for you tonight. My favorite co-host, Bronson Culver, is got someone he really knows you're going to love. I haven't met him, but he has. I've seen his film, and whoo, creepy, creepy. So you're going to love it. So we're going to do some perpetual learning about Honey Goes to the Driving. So we got a movie tonight. We got a producer, actor who's got an amazing movie. So you're not going to want to miss it. The movie's actually on Tubi. So you may have already seen it. All right, let's stay tuned. Let's have some fun. Hey, it's Honey, and welcome back to Perpetual Learning. And Honey goes to the drive-in tonight because we got Bronson Culver here tonight. He's got a wonderful guest like he always does. An amazing, flaming hot, 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 hot shirt on there tonight. Hey, Bronson. Oh,
Woohoo!
that's pretty spooky ooky. That's
Little,
fantastic.
little Michael Myers.
Very fitting for the night. So who's your guest?
This is Beckett Ackerman. He is the co-founder of Skin and Jerry's. It's a
Skin and
chocolate ice
Jerry's.
cream shop. Several locations in Oklahoma. I've been there. It's amazing. Wait a minute.
I'd be scared to figure
I'm
out what.
sorry. I'm so sorry. This is Jonathan Buchanan,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I'm a little concerned about
producer
the
and
ingredients are.
writer. Producer and writer. He has a little film right now out there streaming. I watched it on Tubi called Eight Found Dead. Thank you,
Oh
John.
my
There you go.
gosh. Thank you,
How's it
Jonathan.
going?
Good.
Woo!
Good to see you. I love that shirt. It is insane.
That is really cool. Where'd you get that
I,
at?
I got it at Replay Toys in Jackson, Tennessee.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Little
Nice,
shout
nice.
out to them. That's really pretty cool. It's
Check them
hot
out
in
on
here.
Facebook. Cool little store.
You're hot. You're flaming hot. Well, Jonathan, thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Of course.
This is our
Glad to be
redo.
here.
I'm just going to say it. Okay.
All
It's the
right.
elephant in the room. It's a redo. I messed it up somehow when I wasn't feeling good. That's my excuse. Wink, wink. I didn't hit record, I guess. I'm ashamed. But hey, at least I get to talk to you twice, right?
Hey, that was just practice. This will be
There we
even
go.
better.
Yes, absolutely. And I'm feeling better too. So it will be
Good.
better.
That's good.
All right, Bronson, what questions do you want to ask your fabulous guest?
Before we get to Eight Found Dead, I guess just tell us your story of getting into film and kind of where you started.
Yeah,
Well,
what's
I
your
just
background?
I mean, like everybody, I just started as a crazy movie fanatic, just wish I could go all the time, watch stuff on TV all the time, while the weird sci-fi movies and horror movies and just whatever my parents whatever I could get away with watching. And then yeah, I got into writing. I took classes in Chicago for screenwriting and then for filmmaking, and I met some dudes and they were making like a super no budget mini DV horror movie on the road, like between Chicago and Arizona
Oh,
and
wow.
on the Mother Road on Route 66. And so I joined that crazy bunch and worked on that for like 2 years for free and made great friends and just got the bug. And then,
Wow.
yeah, just kept
That's
going.
good experience, you know?
Oh, it was
Just
awesome. It
jump
was
in
the
there and
best.
do it with
Yeah,
just friends. You're winging it. You know what you're doing. It's nothing but learning.
it was all learning. Yes, we did not know what we were doing. I mean, I didn't. Some of the guys they were kind of savvy, but I was new to the whole thing, but
So
I was
you live
having a
out in LA
blast.
now, right?
Yeah, I live in
Okay. So
Burbank.
I think the last time I talked to you, the fires and stuff were going on. How's everybody doing?
Good. Yeah. I mean, it's still I mean, I'm sure in those areas the recovery effort is still going on and,
Yeah.
I don't know when they'll be able to rebuild. It'll be
Mm.
years till all that stuff's done, but
So sad.
yeah, that was weird for sure at
Well, I'm
best.
glad you're all right. That's good.
Yeah, yeah, Burbank was not hit, so that was a good spot to be in for sure.
Cool. So you're out, got the bug, and you're writing and doing stuff, and then that comes to this amazing movie you got on Tubi, right?
Yeah, I got lucky. It's almost been 20 years. I met this guy, Travis Green, and he was into music. He was also an editor, but he was into music and recording music. So I was in a band, and we met him, and he was like, "Oh, I'll record you guys." So we worked on an album together, and we were stuck in a room behind a computer screen for 6 months or something. So we just got to know each other, and we just like doing creative stuff with each other. So we did other albums. I worked on short films of his that he directed, and then he probably did 10 or 11 short films, and then he was like, it's
Wow.
time, I got to do a feature. So
Oh, wow.
we had an idea, we had a script that we had some notes on. It just didn't quite work out. Somebody else wrote, and so I kind of knew what our budgetary restraints were and what we were kind of shooting for. So
Mhm.
I went away and in secret, and I wrote this outline, and then I hit him up one day, and we got coffee, and I just showed him, with note cards, I just showed him the different timelines and how it would shuffle out, and he was into it, and we were off to the races. We probably started
That's,
shooting 6 months later.
oh my gosh, that's so cool. So,
Yeah.
um, Travis, people don't know Travis. Give us just a slight bit of background about Travis.
Oh, Travis Green, like I said, I've known him for, I don't know, 15, 20 years almost.
Mm-hmm.
He edits in reality. He's been doing that for 20 some years. His father was an editor and did a bunch of stuff like that. His father edits still. He worked on our movie with us. And yeah, Travis is a great filmmaker. He's done, like I said, 11 short films. And this
Yeah.
was his first feature. Hopefully
Yeah.
he'll do another one soon. Maybe, maybe next year.
And you mentioned the band. What's
Oh
going on with
yeah, yeah.
that? Do you still have a band?
That was an old band that was called the Holy Angel Fire. That was like like a dirty rock and roll band. Now I'm in like a sort of a folk country band. Kind of we do like it's like crass, fun, funny country. It's
Oh,
we cover the Misfits and Hank Williams, and then we do our own stuff. It's all kind of tongue in cheek. Good
okay.
stuff. Yeah.
Bronson, didn't you say once you were in a band or something?
Yes. In high school, yes, I was terrible.
What did you play?
Drums.
Oh, okay.
I actually wasn't that bad. I just wasn't good enough.
Yeah.
The allure of the female response to bands was what I did it for. And
Well, of course.
the name of our band was Flesh for Romeo.
Oh,
Flesh.
okay. Is
Um,
that based on Flesh for Frankenstein?
no, it's from a Billy Idol song.
Okay.
I can't remember what's it. Flesh for
He
your
plays Flesh for
Romeo.
Fantasy, doesn't he? Flesh
Yeah,
for
he did Flesh for
Fantasy.
Fantasy, but then in another song, he had more of an upbeat song. I can't remember the name of it. At one point, he's like, Flesh for your Romeo. And I was like, Flesh for Romeo, cool name for a band. Because I think we had been called Bad Toys, Shy Cries, and Tequila Red. And I thought they were all terrible. I probably came up with them, though. No, I just wasn't very good. No, I was okay. I mean, if it was AC/DC, I got you.
Yeah.
Anything higher level than an AC/DC beat, hey.
So
But
no Rush
no,
songs.
yeah. So yeah, it was short lived. But a lot of those guys, some of my friends are still out there playing today. So
Oh, wow. So
just
they were musicians and you were in it for the girls.
so then that's when I switched to professional wrestling. Whatever I could
You
get a response from a crowd was
you
what I.
wanted those girls to be flinging you around.
Well, no, it stemmed from I don't want this to be about me, but it stemmed from being a kid and seeing my sister and her friends react to horror movies, wrestling, and music videos.
Mm,
And I would see how excited they would get about those things. And so I wanted to be a part of that. And I've been lucky enough. I was in a band. I did wrestle, and I'm doing all this stuff with horror and community now. And so I love it. But
yep,
That's great.
yep. So when
yeah.
did you tell us, Jonathan, about your movie, Eight Found Dead?
Yeah, it's basically about a handful of couples that are supposed to meet at this house, this Airbnb, and when they show up, their friends aren't there yet, and this older couple is there, and the older couple says that they rented the place. And then as they hang out with the older couple waiting for their friends to show up, they start to realize that this is not going to end well.
Yeah, I
Um,
watched it last night. I was like,
oh,
I saw the
nice.
trailer the last time we talked, but I watched them and I was like, no.
Oh,
I told Bronze, I said, how can you watch this? This is awful. This is, oh my God, I got to close my eyes through the whole thing.
that's a good response. That was the goal.
No, it
And
was
the
really good.
husband, who played the husband? What was his name again?
Oh, that's Tim Simic.
Tim
Yeah.
Simmons.
It
Oh,
Tim
was
Simic.
spooky. The
Yeah.
couple, the older couple, they are so awesome.
Yeah, they did
yeah.
a great
What
job.
actors? Oh my God. And the old lady in the, was it the cafeteria, the diner?
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, wow, these are some real true character actors, man. They were just phenomenal. It's spooky, man. Spooky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
She's
did
been around
not
a
like
long
him.
time.
Huh? The guy?
The older lady in the cafe, she's been around a long time. She was in Minority Report. She's really
No,
cool.
she was she really?
She really was.
Oh my gosh, I used to love
Yeah.
that movie.
It's Nancy Linehan Charles.
I'll
She's
be
cool.
dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was
And the
something.
older couple, they're a real married couple.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Really?
Rosie and Tim, they've been
But
married
they
a long
look
time.
familiar too. Have they been in other things? Because they look familiar.
I mean, they've been doing it a long time. I don't know what
Okay.
their claim to fame is.
Especially her. I keep thinking like, where have I
Well,
seen her from?
he played Hamlet 8 times.
Oh,
That's right.
like on the stage?
No, no, it's a line in the movie.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
that's right.
But yeah,
They were actors. That's right.
but they've been around a long time, so I'm sure, you see them in stuff, commercials
Yeah.
probably, who
Yeah.
knows what. I know I think I know Tim was in What's Eating Gilbert Grape back when he used to live in Texas.
I'll be
Yeah.
dang. Well, I know the editing was something because I was like back and forth and back and forth. I was like, oh my gosh. So that I guess that's Travis's style, right? That was his thing, like to really create this really cool editing to keep you kind of on your toes and
Well, that's how I wrote it and how we
oh, okay.
planned it
Okay.
was to have the storylines go back and forth so that you weren't really sure at the beginning when things happened. We like the idea of cutting back to people that were alive and now they're dead and then they're alive again.
Yeah.
So we planned it all out. We kind of thought, we could do edits on when people come through doors and things like that. But then in the edit, we had a couple editors, including his father, they found and Travis, and they found moments that we hadn't planned for that really worked out
Mm.
great. So yeah, it was really the different timelines was in there the whole time, but the editing helps make it even better. It was
Cool.
cool.
And were you guys using like a drone for some of those shots?
We did for the opening stuff out in the
Yeah, the
desert.
desert
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, that
That
was a
was
great.
cool.
It
Because I
looked
thought,
really
are they
great.
using a crane and it just kept going up? I was like, that's not a crane. That's like almost an outer space. They must
Yeah.
have a drone.
That was a cool day. Yeah, I got to drive. I don't know if we were permitted for that or not.
Shh,
I didn't.
don't tell.
I stopped asking questions certain days, but it was really fun. It was really
That's
fun.
that opening scene. It reminded me of another movie, and it's been bugging me all day today. I can't think of it, but there's another scary movie out there somewhere. I'll think of it later, but that has a similar desert kind of vibe to that. Not exactly the same, of course, but it reminded me. Do you know what I'm talking about, Bronson?
No, but that drone, the opening scene drone footage, I enjoyed that so much
Yeah,
better
it's good.
than every other horror movie I've been seeing on Netflix and other things now because they all start off with this drone footage of a car driving through the forest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Have you noticed that?
Mm-mm.
A lot of movies
it's a
start with
common
that.
shot. Usually
Yeah.
straight overhead. Kind of going through. I think everyone's kind of a little influenced by The Shining. Going up
Mm.
into the mountains. The nice thing with ours was we got to that's really me driving in the gray Jeep, so we really got to establish
Mm.
our real cars and then see it multiple times to show the multiple timelines. Then it also helped us show the geography, which helped play up where you lose phone service. So it wasn't just pretty shots to start a movie. It
To give you that
told part of the
vibe, they were
story.
way out in nowhere,
Yeah,
actually secluded, really secluded.
yeah. Which
Yeah, you
once you
got
get
that
out there,
feeling.
yeah, it's the place we stayed in a real Airbnb. We stayed there for, I don't know, a week and a half. And I mean, you're driving on sand roads. You're out there, nobody's there. We were doing that cop stuff with the lights. Nobody's there, nobody cares. You're pretty secluded.
So did you guys actually stay in the Airbnb where you shot the film at?
Yeah, sadly, Travis stayed
Sadly.
there. Well, Travis stayed there originally just to get away from LA, and he really liked it, and it freaked him out a bit. So that's
Oh, is this
we
the
talked
story
to
about
them.
there's like some poltergeist or ghost or something?
Well, he was kind of getting stoned and started. He went outside and forgot that he put a record on, and when he came back inside, it was playing, and that really creeped him out. So that's why there's a lot of records in the movie. But
Well, I like the records in the movie because
that was great.
I mean that I love that element about it, and the music was fantastic.
Oh, good, good. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
I was
had some really
totally
cool
digging it.
bands that helped us out on that, and Travis found some really cool old music. It was nice. It was
Yeah,
good.
I thought it was exciting. I thought it was really, really good for a horror film and a low budget film. But for me, not liking blood and guts and stuff, as Bronson knows, I was texting him going, you know. But no, it was really good.
Oh, thanks.
I just
Yeah,
that's just me talking.
there was another horror movie shot there called Head Count, and we watched that and saw what they did, and then we contacted the guy who was like, "Yeah, do whatever you want." So we stayed there during shooting. I think the actors stayed. I don't know. We rented someplace a little off, out in the distance off for them, and then a lot of the crew we stayed there at the house, and that was I shouldn't have done that. I need more sleep than that.
Right?
The we shot long hours, and then when the actors went home, we would like, oh, let's shoot the pool, the pool balls, and like do other stuff just to kind of since we had the location, and so we would do that stuff, and then there was guys that like a lot younger than me that like, oh, let's have a few beers, and suddenly you're like, oh my God, I gotta go to sleep. Everyone's being
Right.
loud, so
There
yeah,
comes a
it was.
time when 10 o'clock is late.
Yeah, that time is right now for sure.
Oh my gosh. Well, Bronson, you're not asking your questions.
Jesus,
Well, it's
Bronson.
it's not time yet.
Oh,
We're still
okay.
discussing the
Okay.
film.
Did I? Oh, well, okay.
And I will say that I don't know whose idea it was to kill. Was it Miss? Her last name, Miss Tran,
Yeah, Jenny Tran.
Jenny Tran. That was
Is that
stupid.
the redhead?
No,
No,
she was
she was a
her.
woman at the beginning. She
The
was
Asian girl?
outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you just like those shorts. That's your thing. You just liked
No,
her
I just
shorts and
thought
her
her acting
bikini.
was. I just thought she was a really good actress.
Yeah, she was
She
good at
is really
Would have
acting
been
good.
like
throughout the
she
whole
was
movie.
laying there in her bikini.
Yeah.
She's really good, and she shows up. I see her on TV all the time. She'll be in a commercial here and there. She's had a lot of projects lately. She's really good.
She's really cute. I mean, she's
Yeah,
really cute. And then,
yeah.
you can't help but when you see her whole hiney in this, the whole hiney right there, 2 inches from my face when I'm holding my computer. I was like, whoa, girl. All right. Girl's got some cheeks.
She
Well,
wanted to upset her parents, so we obliged.
I was just like, dang, girl.
well, and it is kind of a new thing is this whole subgenre of horror where you add the Airbnb element.
Mm.
Yeah,
And so
yeah.
I've seen three. I've seen The Barbarian. I've
Uh-huh.
seen The Rental,
Yep.
directed by Dave Franco, and I've seen Eight Found Dead.
There you go.
And so your film, your guys' film, is right there uh, on all the sites as far as how much people the audiences like it. You guys in the rentals film's kind of really close.
Mm-hmm.
Barbarian's a little a little more popular. It's around 92.
Barbarian's pretty great.
What's funny is
Oh, yeah.
I prefer Eight Found Dead and the rental over Barbarian.
Oh, well, there
I
you
just,
go.
I just didn't get into the Barbarian. But as you know, as Airbnbs continue to be around, there's going to be a lot more of those type of movies.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. It's a good starting premise, and if you go to Airbnbs, it's weird. Like you go there, you don't know where the key is. Nothing works right. You can't get a
Mm-hmm.
hold of people. You don't know, the pictures lied. There's a lot of weird stuff
And
when
there's
you're
so
there.
many true crime stories about women being in these Airbnbs and the little cameras or
Oh yeah.
some
Yeah.
guy is on
Rental.
the guy is
Yeah.
on the other side of the wall, looking through the mirror and they find little pathways to some creepy cubby hole where the guy's doing
Well,
weird stuff watching through the mirror. I mean, like this stuff is real.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, in the rental, I believe they have cameras in the shower head.
Oh,
Yeah, they do.
See,
Yeah.
and
who
we and
even
I
makes
forgot
that stuff? That should be illegal.
I forgot about another one. There was a movie I just watched with Nick Frost from Shaun of the Dead called
Okay.
Getaway.
Okay,
Uh,
I have not seen that one.
it's on Shudder, but it's called Getaway with Nick Frost. He takes his family to this island for the weekend, and the daughter notices almost right away there's something odd about the mirrors. She just feels like she's being watched. She is because there's
Yeah.
cameras everywhere.
Isn't
But
that weird how you can pick up
that
that
movie has
vibe?
an insane twist that I will not reveal here.
I would
But
check it out.
called Getaway with Nick Frost. Really
All
good.
right. Nice.
And there's some Iron Maiden playing in a slow motion sequence that I loved. It plays Run to the Hills. It's
Yeah.
so cool. As soon as it started playing, I was like, yay.
Hey, you got my honey picture up there. Isn't that a good one?
Hey, nice.
Yeah.
He's a good artist.
That's the first time we ever met.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
You're the one with the memory. I told you ever since I had COVID in 2021, I don't remember my name some days. It's just not.
Oh, yeah. Earlier today, she was like, I said, you send Jonathan links? She goes, I don't have his email. 6 times I've sent her your email.
I don't
Well, you
remember.
must have found it because I got the link. Here we are.
Well, that's because Brandy's so amazing. She probably forwarded it to you.
I think you're right.
We love Brandy.
And like I said, we met at the Nightmare in the Ozarks Film Festival.
Oh yeah, that was
And
great.
are you going this year?
I'd
Maybe.
like to. I don't know. It depends on work, but I'd like to. It was a blast. I
Man, it
love
was
Eureka Springs.
insane weekend.
Yeah.
I
You know how many people live in that town?
Not many.
2,000.
Yeah,
Was everybody
But there
coming
was
from out of
40, I
town?
think there was 40,000 there that weekend.
Oh
I
my God.
believe it. They
Yeah.
do that. I
Where'd they
mean, they have
park? Where'd they
something every
stay?
weekend. You know,
Yeah.
they have Corvette weekend, and that was like old ladies with minis. Remember, they were there the same
Mhm.
weekend, with the Mini Coopers. They
Yeah.
have stuff every weekend.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's a cool town.
Very cool town.
Wow.
And I'm looking forward to seeing what films they're gonna get. I don't know when they announced that, but I look forward to it.
Yeah, we had a guest, a younger guy. He does a lot of more kung fu films. Ryan McCrory,
Yeah.
and he's doing his film got picked for something in L.A. coming up.
Oh, nice.
Good for him.
I'll send it to you if I can.
Yeah, let me know.
Maybe you can go talk to him. He's great. I've worked with him on a couple of films. He's really good.
Nice.
Well, you've
Yeah.
won some awards. This movie's won some awards, right?
Yeah, we won Screamfest. We won Best Director and Best Picture in 2023. I don't know what year. A couple years ago. It was right
22? I think I have
20
22 in my notes.
that sounds right. I
Something
don't
like that.
know. Yeah, something
We
like
won.
that.
That's all that
It was-
matters.
Yeah, it was crazy. We just we sent in a rough cut and they liked it. And so then we had to hurry up and finish it, which put a lot of pressure on Travis to get the DCP ready. And he got it ready. And then yeah, we just we didn't know we didn't know we didn't know we didn't know how the nominations worked. So we just went and we're just partying and hanging out at the bar, and then they announced Travis's best director, and we were freaking out. And then as we were still screaming, they announced best picture, and yeah, it was
Wow.
awesome. We got
How
these big
cool.
skulls that Stan Winston Company made. Is really rad.
Where was Screamfest at?
That's in Los Angeles.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the biggest or the oldest, or it's a big horror festival. I don't know. It lasts a week or so every year.
Wow.
It's fun. It's a good time.
So cool. All right, Bronson, come on. You better ask some of your questions.
Oh, let's see what I got this time.
You always
All
waste
right.
the last minute, and then you can only squeeze one or two in. So you better.
I'll usually only do 3. So, okay, I think I maybe asked you this last time. Your childhood celebrity crush.
Oh, childhood?
Childhood or
wow.
teenagehood?
Well, that. Whatever.
Teenagehood. I don't know. I mean, I remember liking Gillian Anderson. that was
From the
probably
X-Files.
yeah, that was probably college. But that was a big crush. Yeah, that was a big crush. Before
Love
that, it
that
was probably
show.
like Daisy Duke or something. Who knows? I don't
Right?
know.
She was hot.
Or
She
maybe
really
Linda
was.
Carter. Linda Carter. I
Oh,
still
I
have the
love
hots
Linda
for Linda Carter.
Carter.
Me
He
too.
looks amazing to this day.
Yeah, she's
Absolutely
great. When she
amazing.
shows up once in a while, you're like, oh, there she is. She's still
Yeah, she was
doing
always so
great.
beautiful.
Well, she was in I think the end of the sequel of the Wonder Woman 1984.
Yes, I
Oh
think she
yeah,
did.
that's
Didn't
right.
she?
Yeah,
Wasn't she in
yeah.
there? Hmm.
Yeah, you're
Mhm.
right. Yeah, that was awesome.
All
I
right,
got to yeah.
go
I'm a
ahead.
big Wonder
No, no,
Woman
no. I got to
fan.
work with her stunt double one time. She was
Oh,
Nice.
really nice lady. We did a cool big stunt at a wedding where like she knocks over ice swans and then she falls into the wedding cake and it was a big to do and it was just cool, you know. So like
yeah.
I watched you all the time as a kid.
Neat.
Um, what's your most influential film that kind of made you say, I kind of want to be a part of this industry?
Oh man. Uh I mean a big one that the one that kind of let me think that I could do it was Pi, Darren Aronofsky. You ever see that one? It's
No, but
like,
I know his work.
oh,
The
it's great.
Wrestler, Black Swan, right?
Yeah. Pi was his first feature. It was like 60 grand. Uh, and it's just awesome. It's really odd. It's black and white, very stark, very strange. And that was you know, I mean, people, like Clerks and whatever, El Mariachi, people talk about things like that, but Pi was the one like, oh no, this is the kind of movie I like. Like this is weird and
Blair Witch.
plausible. Yeah, that's a good one too. Yeah.
Yeah. I
But
mean,
yeah.
some of these people make one movie and they're set for life.
Yeah.
You
Get
know?
Yeah,
lucky.
I
They
hope
get
so.
lucky.
All right. Real quick, your favorite horror movie of all time.
Oh, favorite horror
You
movie
better
of
not
all
say
time.
Skinamarink.
No, I won't. I haven't seen it. Haven't seen that. It's on my to-do list, but there's so
Do
many.
when you're ready for a nap.
Hunt.
Oh.
I've heard that. We'll see. I mean, Jesus, the one I've seen the most is probably The Shining. I know that's pretty typical, but that was the one that I would watch on TV and that would freak me out so bad and just stuck with me, just always coming back to it, over and
Mhm.
over and still like go see it in the theater and you're like see something new each time and it's just it's just great. It's just so terrifying.
Did that influence Eight Found Dead?
I mean, as a writer, big influence for Eight Found Dead was what was it? What's that called? Oh, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf?
Oh,
That was a
really?
big one. I love that movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think that that movie they never get to violence, like physical violence, though there is I mean that one guy, George Siegel, fucks his wife, and I mean it's a very violent movie, but it doesn't show or have any actual violence, but the dialogue is so fucked up, and I knew that I have to have these couples, and I try to make realistic couples that have their own like issues with each other and then issues, with the other couples. And I tried to make that violent, in a
Mm-hmm.
sense. So I really like talky stuff. I like the movie Tape. I like theater,
Mm-hmm.
So I wrote it pretty that's the kind of stuff I liked. And like
So
I
you
said,
you said talky stuff, so you probably like Death Proof.
I don't.
Really?
I don't. Let's see. Do I like that? No, I like the other one a lot better.
Planet
Uh,
Terror.
yeah, I thought that was pretty weird and fun. I've only seen them once. Um, I just didn't like, I don't know. There's something about the end of Death Proof. Is it really talky at the beginning in the diner or something?
Well, at the
Can't remember.
bar, then with the second
Yeah.
group of girls, there's a lot of dialogue in that movie,
Yeah.
but not
Yeah.
a lot of action.
Yeah, I like dialogue a lot.
I say not a lot of action, but the last 20 minutes is a car chase.
It's insane. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's totally crazy. But yeah. I like theater stuff. I like a couple people, just stuck. I like,
Oh, I hear it. I got you.
I like things stuck in a room. It's not the type of movie a lot of people love, but those are some of my favorites.
Well, a lot of your movies are like that, right? They're stuck in
Yeah.
a cabin. They're stuck,
Well,
something.
yeah, because of budgetary reasons, a lot of times it is like that. And we tried to write something that had characters that you actually got to know and got to care about a little bit for when their demise came, and tried to make some surprises too, where sometimes sort of the stuck in a room or stuck in a cabin, you don't care about the 20 somethings or the teenagers that get hacked off. So we tried to make it more interesting.
Yeah, everybody in Eight Found Dead, other than so I feel like Jenny was kind of the Friday the 13th character, like the sex appeal, the whatever, like you don't care, you don't really get to know her, just pop her off. And then everybody else, you did a lot more effort to kind of let you get to know them better.
Yeah, she's kind of our Janet Leigh. You get to know her a little bit. You wonder what's going on with her, and then it's not about her. She's gone. But then we bring her back. You get to see her again.
Yeah,
that was great. I'll tell you. Taping her up in the shower curtain, that was very, very fun. She was so cool. We had just a blast making that up. That was fun.
Crazy. Yeah, when I first started watching it, I was like, wait a minute, what? And then I'm like, what? It took me a couple minutes to get in the flow, for me to really understand. I'm like, oh, okay, I see what we're doing here.
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh, this is interesting. Okay, I get it.
Nice.
I enjoyed the police officers that were getting divorced.
That was hilarious. That's
and having to work together, right?
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, that was funny. So
yeah,
realistic too.
Yeah, well, like I said, as someone who's been divorced, who's been in some messed up relationships, you put some of yourself into this, and sometimes you have to work with the person that you're trying to get away from.
Right. Well, as a divorce attorney, I was like, going, oh, this is funny.
Yeah.
I should take a little snippet of this, and if I ever do like a presentation or something, I can take a snippet of this and put it in my presentation.
There you go.
Yeah.
God.
So what's next? What's going on? What you got going on next?
That's a great question. I've got a bunch of scripts written or in the works with a few different directors. I'm trying to raise some money to shoot something probably next year. So we'll see. I hope to have some announcement by the end of the year.
Well, Bronson and I are just dying to get involved.
Well, hey, I can't wait. We'll put you in there.
Bronson and I have been talking about this for 2 years. Like, we need to be in a movie together. Me, you, and Brandy, and we're just looking for that cool thing to do.
Well, some wrestling in there, that'd be good.
Well, no,
that's
but
his place.
I've got a little bit of stuntman left in me.
Nice.
I just won't do no more wrestling, but I can still do stunts. I did stunts. I did a couple of little short things when I was very young, but then I got into wrestling, and I've done some stunts in a couple of fan films and things. And I'm the idiot. Throw me down the stairs. I'm stuntman Mike. I'm trying to work with Brian. I said, hey, look, I could teach you how to throw me like 8 feet away from you, just using momentum.
Yeah.
So I could do a little bit of stunts. I mean, I'm not a huge guy. I'm like 6 foot 200, but body that somebody disregards their body and their future health. I'm your guy.
That sounds pretty good.
I want to do something challenging where they've got makeup and what do they call that?
Special effects.
Yeah, special effects, and I could be like this crazy old wicked lady or some, some crazy. I don't want to look like me. I want to be able to do a real character. I get tired of being Honey. I mean, come on. I want to play something else for a change. The last time someone asked me to be on one of the movies, would you play an old hooker? I'm like, no. not playing a hooker, and
But
I'm
what if
not
she had
playing.
prosthetics on her face and was like, no?
Now, if I was an old hooker with some weird creepiness from another planet or something, I don't know, maybe, but
All
I don't
right.
know. It was just, oh my
I'll
Lord.
work on that.
I need something creative.
Nice.
I don't want, some skinny outfit with my old jiggly body hanging out. Too old for that. That's for
Have you
20
been to
year
the
olds.
Have you been to the theater this year to see anything?
Oh, what
I got
have I
3 minutes.
seen lately? I have, I don't know what I've seen this year. It's only March, but you would think I'd seen a couple things.
Well, if it's out there, Bronson
Heretic?
Brand, you've seen it.
Heretic's probably the last thing I can think of.
Yeah.
I loved Heretic. Uh, third act maybe kind of weird, but up until that, it was my favorite. It was amazing. The writing in that was a great. Uh, it was awesome. Have you seen it?
It's on my watch list.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's really good. I mean, the writing is so smart. It's and Hugh Grant is amazing in it. The girls are awesome in it. It's really
Saw
interesting.
Companion, which I believe
Oh yeah, I
Is
want to
that
see
the one with
that.
Demi
the
Moore?
actress Heretic.
Oh, that's Demi Moore is The Substance.
The
That
Oh,
Substance.
movie's
Substance. I've heard that
great.
was okay. I haven't seen
Oh,
any of
it's
that yet.
awesome. You will
Is it?
hate it, but it's great.
Is it bloody?
Oh
Ah!
my God, it's
Ah!
disgusting. It's
I will
so
say
bloody.
I will say this:
Ugh.
I've seen Nosferatu, Companion, Wolfman, The Presence, Hard Eyes, and The Monkey in the theater since this Christmas. Hard Eyes was my favorite
Oh, nice.
because it takes a cheesy Hallmark movie script. If that movie would have just been what they originally start with and left out the killer, you'd have been like, "Oh, this is a Hallmark movie."
Yeah.
They do that and then throw in a brutal killer,
Yeah.
and they
Mm.
know what they're doing. You know what I mean?
It looked
They know
fun.
they're
It looked
making
like
a
a good,
cheesy Hallmark movie with a killer. So I
yeah.
loved it. I laughed and clapped. Oh, I loved it so much.
You love
Nice.
those bizarre ones. You do. That's your thing, man. That's your thing.
I like, as Stephen King once said,
All right, 1 minute.
the worst horror movie I ever saw was fucking great.
Oh, there you go. That's how I feel about pizza. Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
Jonathan,
you
thank
guys.
you. If you get any updates, if there's anything else cool going on, anything let us know. We
For
can
sure.
have you back on and promote it
For
Absolutely.
sure. No, I really appreciate it. Thanks for coming on. Let me come on. Thanks for watching
again.
the movie, honey.
It was
Appreciate that.
good. It was good.
Sorry it freaked you
I
out.
won't lie. I had to do a lot of this.
That's good. That's good.
But that's
3 times
okay.
for me.
Nice. I think I've seen it 50 times.
I'm
Yeah.
sure. Well, you did a great job. You're a great
Thank
writer.
you.
You guys did amazing, and I'm so proud of you. And God bless. And I can't wait for you to come back.
Thank you very much. I will.
Thanks,
Bronson.
Bronson.
Appreciate you. All right. Have a
You
great
guys.
week.
See y'all later.
See ya.
Bye.
Jeez.
All right.
All right. See you later.
See you later.
Bye, guys.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.